welcome to Creative Mornings Virginia Beach here at the garage. Thank you to Tessa Hodge for having us here in this lovely space. And it's my pleasure, Kate said that by the way, this weekend. It's my pleasure to read the theme for this month. Our theme for February is layers. It was chosen by our Lausanne chapter in Switzerland and illustrated by Catherine Olivia Pearson. Simplicity provides clarity, but layers give our work a richer complexity and depth. Just like a collage is created by overlapping layers of found materials, we pile up our experiences that form our beliefs and our reactions. People have layers too. It is the layers that give life meaning. We must peel them away to discover our deeper truths. Pretty deep. Okay, I'm going to welcome up Sunny here to read our creative manifesto.
Good morning, Virginia Beach creatives. At each convening, we recite the Creative Mornings Manifesto. Everyone is creative. A creative life requires bravery and action, honesty and hard work. We are here to support you, celebrate you, and encourage you to make the things you love. We believe in the power of community. We believe in giving a damn. We believe in face-to-face connections and learning from others in hugs and high fives. We bring together people who are driven by passion and purpose, confident that they will inspire one another and inspire the change in neighborhoods and cities around the world. Everyone is creative. Welcome. Everyone is welcome. Thank you.
Okay, and if you haven't been before, we are so excited to welcome a new speaker every month. We're going to bring Valeria up here to introduce our speaker.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited for our speaker today. Sarah is a creative at heart who loves blending energy, mindfulness, and storytelling in everything she does. As the founder of Aura Theory, she specializes in aura photography and energy analysis, creating unique experiences that help people and organizations connect more deeply with themselves and with each other. With a background in yoga, mindfulness, and creative entrepreneurship, Sarah uses color, movement, and energy as tools to inspire self-discovery and connection. Whether she's capturing the vibrant hues of an aura or leading a yoga flow to align mind and body, her work is all about helping people see their energy in powerful and transformative ways. An avid traveler and explorer, Sarah draws inspiration from the places, cultures, and communities she encounters, weaving those influences into her work. At the core of everything she does is a passion for sparking curiosity, creativity, and connection, no matter where she goes or who she's with. So without further ado, welcome Sarah.
I first want to thank the Creative Mornings team for having me here and giving me a chance to talk about something that is wildly mysterious and also misunderstood, and that is going to be the aura, the human energetic field. Raise your hand if you've ever walked into a room and just immediately felt like tension, or if you've encountered someone and you immediately could feel like their vibe or their energy. Okay, that is an energy field that could be perceived as someone's aura. I'm Sarah, and I own an aura photography company here based in Virginia Beach, and I travel worldwide sharing energy and aura analysis with people all over the place. I grew up here in Virginia Beach, and I left in 2011 and made my way back in 2022, and I got into aura photography while I was living in Austin, Texas. I don't know, I hired an aura photographer for an event that we were doing, and I don't know if she actually needed help or if I just bugged her enough that she was like, okay, I'll hire you, fine, come and work with me. But she ended up bringing me onto her team and taught me everything, the beginnings of everything about aura work and energy work, and it was a pretty transformative time in my life. I was also traveling Central Texas, towing a trailer that I had turned into an art store. So I was like really living the Austin is weird life. Reading aura, towing an art trailer, just me and my Airstream traveling all over Austin and being super weird. And then when I came back here in 2022, I was really resistant to actually doing this here because I didn't want to be perceived as weird. And here I am being weird again. But with the support of my husband, who is right here, and a bunch of really good friends and family, and Carrie, who is my mentor from Austin, I went for it. And so I've had Aura Theory in Hampton Roads since 2022. And I just opened a storefront on 25th Street. So I now have a permanent location and I am no longer solely nomadic. I have a location and I am also a nomad. I fell deeply in love with the impact that aura photography could make on an individual, and then in group work, and then in organization work. I found it to be incredibly transformative and enlightening to understand your energy just a little bit more. And I really just love bringing people back to their power and reminding them how great they are and helping them unlock some of those things that sometimes we can't see about ourselves. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce you all. This is the AuraCam 6000. It's very Jetsons, I know. And the AuraCam was built off of a Carillion system. And so the Carillion system was developed in the 30s, and then in the 70s, Guy Coggins took all that information and he built this system. Inside of this box is a computer and a camera. The camera takes the photo. The computer has an algorithm that works with the hand plates. I'm gonna lift this one up because it just has a little bit less cordage than this one. As you can see, it has 7 reading points, and there are 7 main energy systems in your hand. And so what it does is it takes a read from all 7 of those points and translates it through the algorithm in the computer. Yes, stay? Okay, perfect. It's going to use biofeedback technology and also electrodermal activity. It basically takes your human vibration and turns it into almost like a Hertz scale. The visible light spectrum, all the color we can see, also has a Hertz scale measurement. So for example, if this finger vibrates in the 500 somethings, the color pink also vibrates in the 538-ish. This is the heart finger. We would be talking about the color pink and the heart energy center that would be produced through the camera. Let's see, did I get all the things? It's a double exposure process, so photo happens, reading, and then it imposes all the colors on top of the photo, and then I would help you understand what's going on there. Okay, so what does it mean to have a reading or have a conversation about energy? For me, in my practice at Aura Theory, it's really important to first know that the aura that someone could see, like someone that has the gift of actually being able to see your aura, and the aura that can be captured on the camera are actually 2 very different things. So someone that can see your aura, they're going to see this thing in motion. It's going to have tone and texture. They're going to be working in usually what's called the Akasha. They can see the lifetime of your soul. It's quite a different experience to have someone read your aura than to come in and have your aura photo done. This is a snapshot in time, what's going on right here, right now, and this system can only produce colors on the visible light spectrum. So someone that can see your aura, they can see iridescent and sparks and things like that. This camera cannot necessarily do that. So it is important to know that it's different. I don't have the gift. I don't want the gift. It's not something that I'm looking to develop. I just want to use the system and help people understand through study and a little bit of science. Let's see. The way that I read energy is going to be based off of book knowledge. This isn't channeled information. I'm not getting pings and downloads and working with your soul information. I have taken a large interest in years of reading different religions, different energy work, spiritual practices, hermetic science. Quantum physics is really, really big when we talk about the energy world and the physical world. And I really, really like to find the intersection of where all of these different thought processes meet. I'm kind of a nut for different spiritual courses. I take too many classes. He knows, he's always like, are you gonna take another class? And I'm like, maybe, just one more class. But Ortheria is my continued exploration of the human experience through the energy system and us looking at it on film. When people come into the studio and they decide that they would like to open up and share with me, I actually get to learn more and more and more about energy and real life and how it's applicable through people's shared experiences. So coming into the studio and having your aura interpreted or read or analyzed, whatever language you like, is a very interactive process, and it's a lot about me helping you understand, but people always teach me things too, which is really, really nice. My main goal in my energy work is to always make you feel more empowered, more in alignment with yourself. I work in the light, meaning that I'm here to show you the best aspects of yourself, and my interpretations are always client-led. So if you want to go really deep, we can go really deep. Now, people are always concerned about bad energy. I do see less than optimal energy, right? We are human. You cannot know light unless you know dark, and sometimes you wake up and you have a bad day. So we can definitely be looking at less than optimal energy, but I'm always going to position this to you as a place to get curious. Is your anger serving you right now? Sometimes we need anger. Sometimes it's serving us. If it's not, it's something to get curious about and realize if you would like to shift that. And I can give you tools to do that or not. You don't have to do any of that. Okay, all right. Let's start talking about the aura. I'm gonna kick this off, getting into the aura a little bit more tangible for those in the room that are crazy skeptics and what is this even that she's talking about? We talk about energy as something abstract, but it is actually very physical and quite measurable. So the heart generates an electromagnetic field. It can be read through EKG machines. There is a research university called the HeartMath Institute, and they have been able to measure the vibration of the heart in the body, outside of the body, and how the vibration of the heart impacts people you're with or your environment. And this is all scientifically proven. The brain also has electrical activity. This is measured with EEG machines. So if you can open your mind to the idea that the human heart has a vibration, the human brain has a vibration, can you open your mind to the idea that you yourself may have a vibration? And this is what we would be looking at and talking about as the aura. Just as we have a physical body, we have an energetic body that extends beyond the skin. Okay. In honor of the theme of layers, I'm going to be talking to you about the layers of the aura. I'm going to pass around some collections of aura photos. These are all of me. You guys may have to share some, but I want you to have a visual. Let's see, I'm running out. Hi, I love you. Okay, you guys may have to share them. Again, these are all photos of me. My biggest expense in my business is the money that I spend taking my own photo. So, just so you know, yes, I take my photo every day, sometimes multiple times a day. It's quite a problem because there is a cost associated with taking the photos, but I wanted you all to have a visual here. So, there are 4 main layers of the auric field: the physical layer, the emotional layer, and the mental layer, and the spiritual layer. So if you can see the photo, sometimes you will see some orbs that are created across the throat, across the heart, across the physical body, or even you may see a photo of me where instead of being able to see the color of my shirt, it's quite purple. This would be considered the physical layer, and it also radiates out the things that are closest to your body. The emotional layer are those specialized orbs that we were talking about. Should a specialized orb occur in both of these places, those are going to be in the emotional layer. The mental layer sits right above the head. I tried to bring photos where I had that kind of like crown situation going on. That's going to be the mental layer. And then the spiritual layer is the very outside. Usually it's indigo or dark blue. If you think about how you feel after a deep conversation or being in creative flow, these experiences don't just exist within your physical body, they ripple out into your life. And so that's what we're able to see when we dissect the aura and look at the different layers and where the colors occur in the photos. One of the biggest questions I get is, can your aura change? Yes, 100%. Your aura can change. And it can also be very stable. A lot of you probably have a purple photo of me. I tend to either be purple, which is of a very spiritual journey, or I'm like a yellow-orange, which is me in my creative flow, me in my teaching flow, me in my like working with other people flow. And orange is my dominant color, so it's pretty common of me there. The aura is treated like something permanent, but it's actually more like the weather. Like it shifts and changes with what's going on in your internal landscape. The aura is not like tarot, and it is not like psychic work. It does use a bit of intuition, but the aura is more of a mirror and less of a message. It's a chance for you to look at yourself as a reflective process and less of something to come to get guidance of like where you should find love or what you should do for work or any of that stuff. It's more about tapping into the self and less about getting answers. It's not predictive of your future, and it does not assign fate. It shows you here and now. And that's why it's accessible to everyone, regardless of your faith, your belief system, or your background. Energy is energy. Your energy field exists and interacts with the world around you, whether you're aware of it or not. We are all layered beings, complex, evolving, and deeply connected to the world around us. Our energy field reflects those layers, not as something mystical or unreachable, but as something deeply human. For me, aura photography is about starting a conversation with yourself, with your energy, with the layers of your being that are asked to be seen. I challenge you all to get curious about your energy, notice how you feel in different spaces and with different people and in different creative states. And the more we are aware of our own energy, the more intentional we can become as we move through the world. I would love the opportunity to set the camera up, do a photo, and do a reading on site. I think that can give a lot of more clarity than me just sitting up here and talking about it, because I'm obviously very nervous. So what I will need is someone that would like to stand up and have it done. And the white. Yes, you. But, okay, so what, you guys probably can't see too much, but I bring the client in, and then I'm gonna get her settled. I'm gonna give her all the instructions. When it comes time to take the photo, I am gonna drop this just because the lighting could give her a weird exposure. But thank you, Christine, for being my model here. So, would you hold this for me for 1 second?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, Christine, I am going to slide, these are my energy hand plates. I'm going to slide these right into your lap. Line your fingers up with the fingers. Those are thumbs, and the rest of the fingers follow. Like this? You got it. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so
Push down on the hand.
you do not have to push down hard. Do whatever feels good and natural for you. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Alrighty, so instead of looking directly into the camera today, you're gonna look right where my hand is. Now is the best time to close your eyes, get centered, take some breaths. I'm gonna get you framed up, and then I'll have you open and give you all your instructions that you need. All right, Christine, if you wanna open up your eyes, you're gonna look right here. I am going to give you a countdown. My countdown is 1, 2, 3. On 3, I'll snap the photo. After I snap the photo, just leave your hands on the plates. The energy read happens second. And I love a smile, but it's up to you. You don't have to smile. Whatever you like. Alrighty. Lights are going up. Oh, wait, let me close this real quick. Sorry, guys. Bye. Bye, Christine. 1, 2, 3. Leave those hands, but you can relax your body. Awesome. It's done. She survived. Exactly. Cut you in half. Exactly. Yes. Okay. So these are all done. It's going to take about 2 minutes for your photo to develop. So if you want to come on out, yes, of course. It's going to take about 2 minutes for this to develop.
Where does the photo come out of the camera?
It comes out of the camera. Yeah. So. Yep. Right there. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Need your tray?
No, it's okay. I don't need my notes for this. This I don't need any help with. Just general speaking. Okay. So, I think while we're waiting for this to develop, I could probably take like one question, just so that we're not sitting here awkwardly looking at me.
Tell us about your day job.
Oh, my day job. Which one? Because I am a creative, I have multiple jobs to maintain lifestyle, but every day I go to work and I get to help people do deep dives in aura. I teach yoga several times a week at local studios, the Heart Space on Bird Neck and at the Edgar Casey ARE. I'm traveling constantly. If you don't see appointments on my schedule on the weekend, it's because I'm on the road. I do a lot of brand work and a lot of corporate work leading this experience, but then also like meditations and bringing people together and doing team bonding. Yeah. I think.
Are you also an accountant?
Oh, I do also work on a contract for the Navy in billing. I handle all of the electric and gas bills for all of the places all over the world in the Navy. Yes, I do that. I'm a wife and I'm a mother, which is a full-time job. And yeah, I do. I just have one and he's 4.5. Yeah, and he's plenty. Yes, yes.
We were just chatting on if you've ever photographed a woman like the baby in utero, and maybe take
Pregnant?
pictures of, yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
just the belly, exactly.
So I have taken photos where we've zoomed the photo way out so we could see the belly for sure. Typically when women are pregnant, it's going to put them more in their reds and oranges because it puts you really in your physical body because pregnancy is such a physical experience. But as far as like just doing just the belly, no, I've done like from,
Because we were saying it'd be so cool if you did just the belly and then the mother could put that picture of like the belly in the nursery.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely done ladies that are pregnant and then they bring the baby after and we do it all together. That's really fun. Yeah. And then, when the baby's...
Are the colors the same, like when she brings the baby after, or are they like different colors? Or
Everyone's a little bit different. There's no standardized.
So
Typically...
There's synchrony between like the baby and the mother's energy or aura.
The only real like synchronicities would be usually it puts people in their physical sense, which is going to be reds, oranges, and yellows. Now kids are predominantly purple. Anyone under 7 is technically still on the energy center of the mother, and they don't usually. There's belief systems that say your karma doesn't start until 7. Like you don't start to develop your own energetic system until the age of 7. And so you're pretty pure. Purple is a lot about pureness and being connected to.
What about those children in the spectrum?
I have done work with Indigo, the aura or the autism collective that's here, and their auras are so vibrant and colorful and rainbowish. Now, the ideal auric field is 1 or 2 colors. that everyone loves to see something that's like really pretty in rainbow, but rainbow normally has like a lot of things going on in the brain. They're not necessarily set on one path. They're exploring all kinds of things. So 1 or 2 colors is beneficial, but I think we did 12 people from the indigo autism community, and it was really, really exciting to see what that did. Yeah, and they were all very multicolored. Yeah. But I've not done any kids. They were all older, like 17 and up. So I guess that's a kid.
I got a question. I love your talk. Fascinating. If you're taking inhales, like say, so I work on medical equipment, right? And I had an SpO2 sensor, it's like blood oxygen content, and I took a couple of inhales, like, and I did it again. My SpO2 percentage went up. It was like 96% to start, it went 97%. When you're taking these photographs, do you ever do like a before and then maybe a little breath work and then after? And what's the contrast between those?
I do a lot of different before and after experiences, usually with sound. I could definitely do breath work. Now, what you're talking about is did you extend your exhale longer than your inhale?
No, I like balance. I like box breath.
Okay, because when you extend the exhale, you calm the nervous system down. You keep actually like more CO2 in the system, and it's easier for you to calm down. So that we would definitely probably see a shift in breath work. It really would depend on the person. If breath work makes them anxious, that is a normal thing in breath work for people that don't do it all the time. But if you're doing those 4s in and 6s out, 4s in and 6s out, and you've got nice settling music, we might see a little bit more peace. But yes, I do before and afters all the time, and everyone's a little bit different, and we talk about like what happened for them in the experience and why it would have shifted.
You'll see a change in color, or you'll usually see a change in what? Intensity?
Everyone's different. Everyone's different. Some people get more vibrant. Some people will have a complete shift.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, of course. Okay, last question, and then I'm gonna do the read. No.
Do you have I don't know, like a go-to resource for like what the auras represent? Because you do some research online and they're like fairly consistent, but I didn't know if you had a go-to source. I had something, I don't know, read my aura.
So we are very, very lucky because we have the Edgar Cayce ARE here, and Edgar Cayce did a ton of work with the aura. The library there is phenomenal.
I joined there a month ago. I've been here all my life and just joined a month.
Oh, okay, yeah. So heading to the library there, you can find, we are so lucky to have that many resources in one place, because this literature can be a little bit esoteric and hard to find. Cindy Dale is an author that does subtle body work. I love her work. She works off a lot of people talk about the 7 chakras. She talks about 12. But those are really great places to start. And if you want to email me, I can send you too many. Too many authors. Okay, so do you want to come up here? Or are you happy there? Okay. Wow. So here we are.
Radiating. That's really great. Wow.
Okay, and so what you guys are going to experience is more of a speed read and not like the 20-minute situation, because we just don't really have time for that. Want to be respectful of everybody's time. But you are going to have, this is going to be a little bit of lavender with a pink underneath, some purple, blue at the top in the spiritual layer. You have a little bit of turquoise on both sides and indigo sitting very close to the body. I don't need this. Is it going to mess it up if I put it by my computer? It's just one more thing to hold. Okay, so question for you. What's your dream state like? How do you dream? Is it pretty vivid? Okay, yes, awesome. So people that have very vivid dream states and have indigo really close to the body, they tend to be more connected to their clair senses and usually their psychic senses. If they have a wild dream state, they may experience that they can connect with loved ones in dreams or just have a general knowing or get information from their dreams. Because you are purple and blue, I would highly, highly suggest that you work on some boundaries. You probably just tend to give it all away. This is a very energetically porous system, and when your psychic sense, which is the ajna or the third eye, the system that produces indigo, when it's wide open and you have an expansive dream state, usually your psychic sense is just a bit more open, and so you probably get like, it might feel like a fire hose. Like you're like, is this intuition mine? Is this the person sitting next to me? You're gonna be a little bit more connected to those around you. So boundaries, either spoken or physical, whether you wear crystal or something like that, is gonna be really, really good for your system. This purple that you have right in the mental space, when we have lavender and dark purple stacked above our head, we're typically in a state of spiritual journey. You guys have a bunch of photos of me. They are all purple. The purple ones were specifically when I was in a spiritual school and I did a yoga teacher training program. I photographed all of these purples, but since 2017, I have hundreds of them orange. So I chose those ones out. But lavender, and okay, anytime I read purple, I like to get very clear on language because purple is connected to beyond. So do you have a preference? Can I use the word source? Is that comfortable for you? Source, okay. I can change it if there's a different word. Okay, so lavender comes from the top of the energy system and it connects us to source, God, Allah, Raja, the universe, the oneness, the great unknown, whatever you work with. I am happy to use language that feels best for you. We're gonna go source with today. But lavender connects us to source, and that darker purple sends you deeper into yourself. So when you have lavender and dark purple stacked on top of each other, it is the dedication of getting to know yourself better so you can connect better with the oneness, the bigger picture, the great unknown, source, whatever that is. So you get to know source more, you get to know yourself more, you get to know source more, you get to know yourself more. And this is a journey of elevating the soul. Dark purple normally occurs when we're like doing the spiritual work, taking all the quizzes, doing all the mindfulness stuff, and it's just a dedication to yourself and your soul's evolution. You've got some nice blue here on the throat. This energy center is vitalized by the color blue, so to have blue, these people normally can speak truth, they can speak it with love, and you're gonna be someone that can say something the same as the person sitting next to you, and this person may be offensive and you are just well received because you naturally use this energy center just a little bit better. You've got a little baby bit of turquoise on both sides here. Turquoise is the color of authenticity, and it's also the mirror. So people that mirror, do you know what mirroring is? Yeah, does that, so mirroring is it can be a very triggering experience for the person that is the mirror, because the people that come into your life, they see the best part of themselves in you and they see their greatest opportunities just by you being in their presence. So it is not good, it's not bad, but just know that you have the power to help people see all of their qualities just through you being your most authentic self. Now, something to know about turquoise, I don't want to go too deep because I can go really deep. Something to know about turquoise is it does have two reads. So just like excitement and anxiety are the same vibration in the body, but you get to choose what that is, turquoise is kind of the same. It does have the vibration of authenticity, but it also has some financial vibrations to it. So if you've got some money things going on that can show up in the field, it's actually abundance. We just in the Western world tend to lean towards finances when we talk about abundance. But so if you've got a lot of things coming in, or even you feel like a lot of things are going out, that can be represented in turquoise here. I got fingerprints all over your photo, sorry. We move up here to the top, and up here can you see it's kind of like light washed out blue? So unlike colors like red can produce what's called shadow, where it looks kind of like dark or a little murky. Usually the shadow of blue is gonna be a washed out blue. And when the shadow of blue occurs right in the mental space, it can mean that this person might have a hard time fully expressing themselves. They might have imposter syndrome, and you can't be an imposter of something you're already doing. So remember that. But that washed out blue in the mental space can sometimes be this reoccurring thought that I've got to show up differently. You might do the mask thing where you show up this way and you show up that way. It's a little bit of confusion about who exactly you want to be portraying yourself as. So That you also have silver. Silver is the divine feminine, and this is the year of the divine feminine. Divine feminine is very fierce, highly compassionate. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I don't even know where we're at time-wise. It's time.
Okay. Amazing. Sarah, thank you. We typically do question and answer at the end, but since we had that little interim section, I'm going to ask you all, it's 9:45. I want to be respectful of all your time. I know people need to get places. Do not ask her any questions. We're all going to run out the front and take a big group photo, and then you may ask questions. Do you want everyone to leave these on their seats?
Yeah, you can just leave them on the seat. I'll get them. Unless
thank
you
you so
desperately
much.
want a photo of me at your house.
All right, we'll see you outside.